Most men spend their entire lives chasing women and never figure out why the right one never stays. And I'm gonna tell you exactly why today. It's not your looks, it's not your money, it's not even your confidence. It's the fact that nobody ever taught you how to actually connect with a woman who knows her worth. A mature woman doesn't fall for the same things she fell for at 22. She's grown. And if you want to reach her, you have to grow too. A mature woman doesn't get impressed by small talk. She's had enough surface-level conversations to last a lifetime. If you walk up to her with "you're beautiful" as your opening move, she'll smile politely and mentally check out. That's not what reaches her.
She wants to feel like her thoughts have weight in your presence, like you're genuinely curious about how her mind works, not just how she looks. The men who win with mature women are the ones who make her think, who challenge her perspective sometimes, who bring something to the table intellectually. That mental spark, for her, that's where attraction starts. A mature woman has heard a lot of promises. She's been on the receiving end of "I'll change" and "trust me" more times than she can count. So words, no matter how good they sound, don't move her anymore. What moves her is repetition, not the exciting kind, the quiet kind. You said you'd check in, you checked in. You made a plan, you showed up. No excuses, no drama, just follow through. She's watching that, more than you realize. Because consistency tells her something that words never can. It tells her you're safe. It tells her you're real. And a woman who has been through enough knows that real is rare. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be steady. Show up the same way on a boring Wednesday as you do when you're trying to impress her. That steadiness is what she falls for. There's a difference between looking at someone and actually seeing them. Most men look. Very few actually see. And a mature woman knows the difference within the first few conversations. Genuine attention means you're present. Your phone is down, your mind isn't somewhere else. When she's talking, you're actually there, catching the details, noticing the shifts, picking up on what she's not saying out loud. She mentioned something small 3 weeks ago. You remembered it. That's not a trick. That's just what real attention looks like. It also means noticing her mood without her having to announce it, picking up when something's off, not interrogating her, just letting her know you noticed. That simple act tells her more than 100 compliments ever could. A mature woman doesn't need a man who stares at her. She needs one who pays attention to her. Those are two completely different things. A mature woman has built walls, not because she's cold, but because she's been careless with her heart before and paid for it. She learned the hard way who deserves access to her real self and who doesn't. So she's not going to open up just because you're charming. She's going to open up when she feels safe. And that's something you build, slowly, through how you handle what she shares with you. When she tells you something vulnerable, what do you do with it? Do you hold it with care, or do you get uncomfortable and change the subject? Do you listen without judgment, or do you quietly file it away to use later? She's testing the temperature, not consciously, just naturally, because she's been burned before. Never throw her past back at her during an argument. Never make her feel stupid for feeling something. Never react in a way that makes her regret being honest with you. When she realizes you're a safe place, that she can be fully herself without being judged or hurt, she stops guarding. And that's when she lets you in completely. A mature woman doesn't just watch how you treat her when everything is good. That part is easy. Anybody can be respectful when there's no pressure. She watches what happens when things get uncomfortable. Do you dismiss her opinion in front of others? Do you talk over her? Do you minimize what she's accomplished because it quietly threatens you? She catches all of that, every single time. Respect isn't just about the big moments. It lives in the small ones. the way you reference her in a conversation with your friends, the way you respond when she disagrees with you, the way you handle her boundaries, not with resentment, but with genuine understanding. She also watches whether your private behavior matches your public behavior. Some men are charming in public and dismissive behind closed doors. A mature woman has seen that pattern before, and she will not stay in it. Respect her voice, respect her time, respect what she's built. When a man consistently honors a woman in the quiet, ordinary moments, she feels it in a way that goes straight to her heart. Most men walk into a connection with a mature woman wearing armor. Confident exterior, everything under control, no cracks showing. And she'll appreciate the confidence, but she won't fall for the performance. Because she's mature enough to know that nobody has it all together. And a man who pretends he does feels distant, unreachable, like there's no real person underneath the image. What actually pulls her in is when you drop it. Not all at once, that's overwhelming, but gradually. When you admit you got something wrong without making excuses. When you share what you're genuinely working through in your life. When you tell her what actually matters to you beneath all the surface stuff. That takes courage, and she knows it. When a man is vulnerable with a mature woman, she doesn't see weakness. She sees trust. She sees someone who respects her enough to be real with her. And that is incredibly rare. She's not looking for a man who has no struggles. She's looking for a man who is honest about his. That honesty creates a bond that polished, perfect behavior never could. A mature woman has been in relationships where she felt like an option, where the effort showed up at the beginning and quietly disappeared once comfort set in. She knows exactly what being taken for granted feels like, and she will not sign up for it again. So she's not watching for the grand gestures. She's watching for the ordinary ones. What do you do on a regular Tuesday when there's nothing to prove and nobody to impress? Do you still check in? Do you still make her feel like she matters? Do you still show up with the same energy you had when you were trying to win her over? That's the real question. Because love at this stage of life isn't just a feeling that happens to you. It's a decision you make every single day. She understands that. And she needs to know that you understand it too. When she sees that you choose her, not just when it's easy or exciting, but when it's quiet and routine and ordinary, something in her settles. She stops waiting for the other shoe to drop. She starts believing you're real. And that belief is where deep, lasting love actually lives.